Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Monday to you. That means it's time for Cheer Corner. And Cheer Corner means that together we're going to change the world one card at a time. I make a card, and you can nominate someone to receive this card. And today's card is using the Gone Fishing Bundle, and I thought it was appropriate since Father's Day is coming up. Now, this isn't necessarily a Father's Day card, although you could turn it into such. It's more of a masculine card or a card for really anyone who likes to go fishing, and that is definitely not a masculine interest. Anyone can love to go fishing. So let's take a look. Here is the amazing stamp set. And you know what's even better? It comes with a whack load of dies. So it comes with a fishing tackle box. It comes with some fish dies, some lures, some hooks, I don't even know all the terminology of it, but I'm going to show you a few things before we get started. So it also cuts out, let's see, today we're going to use this die here, and that does waves. And you can see it's got a bit of an edge that goes at the top. And then these little bits, they do some embossing. So that's going to go like this because I accidentally spilled some water or something on my cardstock. So we're going to cut that out through the die cutting machine like that. Then we're using this little die, and it has a secret purpose that you're going to see in a little while. And then I'm going to use a bobber. Now, this is the bobber that's been stamped, and I'll stamp them with you. And then this one I did crooked. You know, the red is supposed to go straight across. And then I used the, let me just grab this out for a minute. This die here, I cut it out in white, and then the things that pop out, you can use those for your sayings. So look, I actually did it in gray, and look, I embossed. And then we have a congrats, and we have a so glad that you're my dad, and then we have fish, and then this would also look even better if it was cut in silver paper. It's part of a lure. And let's see what else we have. Another fish. And the fish that, oh, you know what? Here. This fish got cut out of the paper. So that's cool. And then we have, let's have a look here. And you know what? I'm going to tell you. This is that other die. See? And it creates a ripple in the water so that the bobber floats in, or the fish or whatever. And I thought that was really, really cool. So, and then this is the thing. I think that is meant to put your string on. I don't really know. And here's another lure. So those are really cool pieces. Then I have a tiny, here, I'm just looking this up, licking my finger to pick this up. That's really bad, I know, but you know, here we go. And then this little piece, that also goes as part of the lure. And then there's these little, oh goodness, why can't I think of the name of that? These things, buoys, that's it, buoys. And I just did them in white. And they could also be those things that float on the side of a boat to stop them, like the kind of bumpers to stop it from banging into the side. Yeah, don't you just love my technical jargon? Okay, we're going to make this card. I'm going to first run this blue thing through the die cutting machine, and I'll come back. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. I did this, I cut it, and now we're ready to put it on our card front. I just want to play with it to make sure that it is how I want it to be. So now we're going to take that white piece, and I want to see how it looks with the gray, but this has been embossed in white, and I'm not sure. So we're just going to play with this for a minute. We have our bobber that now fits in there. And then we're going to take some white thread. And I kind of like it with the gray. So now what we're going to do, we need to put a hole through there to get some thread in there. And I also want to add some interest to this piece. So what I want you to do, are you thinking about who should get this card? Here, I'm going to take a small blending brush as well as the boho blue. There we go. The boho blue ink. And I just want to add a little. So tap, tap, tap. Here. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of color to this. There, into that pond. Just makes it stand out a little bit more. the ripples. Okay, that looks nice, doesn't it? Much improved. It's amazing. The little blending brushes are really nice. I should show you the difference between a little one and a big one. And the little one is actually really nice for your small fine work. I like having them both. So here we have this. And now we're going to stamp our sayings. Good things come to those who wait. I like that because I'm not always the best at waiting. And yeah, right now I'm waiting for more people to join in on my birthday fundraiser. Get a host code, and then whoever sells the most kits or anything really, they can win a free stay at my retreat at the end of August. How much fun is that? That's what I thought. Okay, now I'm looking for my silicone mat. Aha, here it is. Put the silicone mat down. It gives a little bit of a squish. And now we're going to take Starry Sky, tap, 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 and just kind of hover over, and then down we go, and then give it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second. Look at that. Okay, and now we get to see which one looks better. Okay, so we'll put our pieces together again. So this is Poppy Parade, and it is, I don't know if I told you this already, it's 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. This piece is 5 1/4 by, oh, you know what? It has to go on a piece of white first. The white is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and the blue is 5 1/4 by, I would guess, just over 2 inches. Okay, I probably had it at about 2 1/4 before I cut, and so that's going to go like so. Then the bobber is going to go into the little slot, and I will stamp that with you in a minute. And now we have to decide, do we want it in gray? Oh, let me move that over so you can see better. Or, no, I just lost where I put my stamped image. Is it underneath? Oh, goodness. Okay, we have to find that. It was under my card, and I'm sure you guys saw that happening all along. So I do like the way this pops with the blue and white. It does make it more summery and fun. So now what we need to do is take this bobber, and this is the foamy thing that comes with the die brush, right? So this is your take your pick tool, and it has a brush accessory. So that's what this is for taking the stuff out of your dies. But I'm going to use the pokey part and just poke a hole there. Now it's through, and I'm just going to push it through all the way. And I don't really want to wreck my, there. Okay, now I've got a decent size hole. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I broke it. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's okay. I broke it. You know what we're going to do? We're going to thread it through the broken part. It's all an optical illusion, you know. It's actually perfect. Now we're going to take this thread on the back, and we're going to grab some tape. Just a second, some tear and tape. So this is actually, you know what? That's not a bad thing at all. Now I don't have to thread it through, and no one's going to be able to see the difference. So here's the thread, and I'm just going to put that across. That holds it in place. And then look at this. Oh, this is magic. Okay. Let's just do this. And we can actually put this piece on, and I might even pop it up so that the bobber has somewhere to go. We're going to pop that up. Why do I have little ones? I don't want little ones. I want big ones. And you know what? I'm going to use this little edge piece too. Here. You can use the edges of your dimensionals. Just go like so. And that's quite handy here. And then a popper here and popper there. They're actually called dimensionals, not poppers, but because they get popped up, I call them poppers. You know, we all have our strange words that we use for things, and that's okay. So here, and here, and now we're going to gently tuck the bobber into the hole. And then we're going to flip the whole thing over. We're going to put a piece of tear and tape across, like so. Use the take your pick tool That's great for this, taking off that backing. If you use your nails, it can just drive you crazy. So now we're going to push that down like so. Give it a trim. So, and now I'm just going to use liquid adhesive for the rest of it. Here. And we'll put that on our card front. And it's really a simple card, but it's just, oh, look, I've been looking for these. I looked all morning for those. I did a video earlier and I just ended up cutting new ones. I couldn't find them. I thought, how could they have disappeared? Now we know. So there's the bobber. There. And now we're going to put, this was just a little die cut. And then this one is, ooh, let me measure for you. The red piece, I just laid it on and eyeballed it because 2 3/8 wasn't quite right, so I trimmed it down a little bit, but I will give you the measurements. It is 1.5 by, you know what, a hair past 2 1/4. Okay. And now we're just going to do that. And then I think that will also pop up the sentiment. There. And then I have a fun little surprise for the inside of the card. Okay, so this is already popped up. So we're only going to put poppers on the top. And then we're going to add just a liquid adhesive to the bottom here. It's like a smiley face. Well, somewhat. Like I'm not too impressed face. Here. How fun is that? Now, you know what? Slightly crooked. There. That looks good. I'm happy with that. So now we need a piece of white for the inside, and I think I have it ready. 4 inches by 5 1/4. And now, do you remember this piece? We cut that off, and then I put another little, what do you call that? Ripple in here. And now we're going to take our ink, and we're going to do the same thing. Although, you know what? I shouldn't do it on my silicone mat because that's going to make a mess. So we're going to do this. And start off all the time. But you see what's happening? Oh, look at that. I've got little ripples now. Look at the background that I'm making. You could make beautiful waves. See? Let's do it again. There, you've learned something else. You can make your own background paper. Look how nice that is. Oh, that's really cool. All right, we got a bonus lesson today. How much fun is that? I might have to take a picture of that. I can't take a picture while I'm videoing at the same time. Anyway, this is going to go in the inside of the card. Let's see. I might have to trim a little piece off. Oh, no, it's perfect. Okay. Wonderful. Moving right along. I'm not popping it up, but I'm not putting adhesive right here because there's something has to go in that ripple. Right? So we're going to put that on the bottom. And then, look at the fish. Should he be coming out of the water? Or should he be coming, oh no, he's not looking that good. So he's going to go into the water. He's trying to escape. Like so. I think that's a lot of fun. All right, we'll put a popper on him. Just one. And then we'll put a little bit of adhesive on his snout, on his nose, whatever you want to call it. Now, of course, it doesn't want to go open again. There we go. He's going back into the lake. How much fun is that? I told you this set would be a lot of fun. Okay, we'll put it in the inside of our card. And who is going to get this? It would be a fun card to someone who's waiting to hear from a job application or a university application, or someone that you know is not very good at waiting at all. You could do it for, you could put a gift card in there proving that they were waiting for something good to happen. There. And then you could do congrats. That kind of looks, that would look fun on there. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm going to put the congrats in there. There. And if someone gets it for my cheer corner, I'm going to say congrats on winning the cheer corner card. Someone loved you enough to nominate you. So Everybody needs Happy Mail. There. So all my orders for the month of June, all my proceeds are being donated to mental health. So I hope you order for me. And if you can't order for me, please consider sponsoring a kit. Now we're going to stamp that bobber. I'm going to show you how to do it. So we have the bobber piece, and then we have the, you can see this is stained red. Our red inks do stain our photopolymer, but they doesn't affect anything. So I'm going to stamp this with crumb cake. I'm just going to close up this blue for a minute. Okay, I have my crumb cake. And that sound of an ink pad opening, doesn't that remind you of the sound of perhaps a can of Coke? You know, it just does this happy sound. It's my happy sound, that sound of an ink pad opening. Maybe you will associate that too. So tap, tap, tap. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one. Just make sure that the flat side of your stamp is going on the block. And the textured side is the part that is going to be stamped. So I need to get Poppy Parade, and I don't have it ready. Okay. So tap, tap, tap. And now you want to look very carefully that your red is even. There, perfect. And then you cut it out with the die. So you just lay your die on it. I don't see, I think my video is acting very strange. Here. There. Okay. Well, yeah, it says it's going, but it's very weird. Anyway, I hope this worked out and that you actually got to see what I was doing. It seems that there's quite a delay in what's happening on the screen, but maybe it'll catch up. I don't know. Technology can be very strange sometimes. I'm going to flip here. And it's still taking a little while. There we go. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me today for Cheer Corner. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment. I always love to hear from my viewers. And share. Hit the share button and you can share to Facebook or Pinterest or whatever. And yeah, remember, together we can change the world one card at a time. Have a super day. Bye.